You could have heard this episode 48 hours early on our Patreon, patreon.com/indieheadspodcast. By joining us for as low as $1 a month, you'll receive episodes early, gain access to our Discord server, and get yourself an Indieheads podcast sticker. All of our upcoming episodes we put on our Patreon 48 hours so it hits our public podcast feeds. But if you're hearing this via our Patreon feed, we thank you so much for your support. We especially want to thank our Real Ones Patreon supporters, including Becca Etienne, Jojo Mikowski, James Boss, Marcy Anime, Delaney Mothman, Josiah Duncan, Jenna LaFleur, Matt Cameron, A History of Violet, Joseph Duratani, Awat, Javon Clement, Jimmy Alward, Three Twist Balloon Dog, Charles, Tuck Clary, Nicole Rifkin, Tim's Discount Prices, Commander and Beef, Jay, Rena K, Ian, Matthew Taylor, Chance Holdup, I Like Books, Sarah Moore, Griff, Max Kapazinski, Mark Barry, Cal 50, Have You Ever Done a Cold Piss, Chris Wade, Jake Wald, Grant, Keep Autism Weird, Rob Marino, Max, Zach, Gav490 Freak, Amber Grassi, Maze Farms, and Alex Gershmanoff. And if you want to be amongst these names, consider supporting us on Patreon, where if you upgrade to the Real One tier, you'll receive a bonus episode every month on top of other perks. And before we move into the episode, I just want to thank the rest of our Patreon supporters like Jason Daphnis, Kevin Cookman, Desmond, Kevin Pierce, Ali Eleanor, Cheddaz, Nato, Eric Chow, Josh, Holiday Kirk, Tyrone Shuhan, Drew Wharton, Jane Amjadi, Alexis Davin, Cody Gagan, Barely March, Vinka LaFleur, World Griffin, Corbin Camage, Gavlin, Matthew, Ethan Sapir, Matthew McPherson, Rainey Donaldson, Eleanor Grams, Wolfer Thrill, Gaius 420, Lily, Jacqueline Kataga, Alec Felder, Molly O'Brien, AJ Moser, Eraser Baby, Matthew Herring, Jack Tickleman, Sarah L., Jeremy Bull, Derek Pemberton, and Anthony Brooks. Anyways, though, enjoy the episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Indieheads podcast. It has been a little bit. I apologize for that. If you're not in our Discord, you probably have no idea. Hey, why hasn't there been an episode in like 2 or 3 weeks? Well, let's see. We are going to record an episode, but then my availability was kind of fucked up that week. So by the time, like basically the only day that I was available was a day that other cast members were not available. So I'm like, you know what? All right, we'll just, you know what? I'll take a weekend off. I haven't got a weekend off in quite some time doing this podcast. I'll happily take a weekend off. We'll unlock an episode. I'll do a little bonus radio show thing. It'll be fine. And then, of course, we get into next week's episode. We are going, which is now moved to going to be our next episode with Alec and Natalie as we do the Down Under New Wave Death Match. That got moved for scheduling reasons. Things came up. So I was like, all right, you know what? We were not going to do this current episode until the end of this year. But I was like, you know what? WTF UK number ones, fuck it. That can go at any time. Doesn't matter when. It's an easy episode to get people for. Because like, hey, you want to talk about some weird songs at the British charts? Easy thing to discuss and bring people on for. Schedule from hell happened. Family things. I was busy digging holes. You'll find out why I'm digging holes in probably a few weeks. Family shit. It was a mess. It's a mess, but we're finally back, and hopefully we'll have the schedule on track by the time of next week's episode. So thank you, listeners, for sticking with us. We are very, very sorry once again. We will we try to maintain a weekly schedule here because again, this podcast for the most part is a volunteer basis podcast. I barely make any money on it. I make just enough from our Patreon, really just for the operating cost of the podcast, so I can afford to record it and edit it and in my labor for editing and get everything out. So again, if you would like to support us on Patreon, that would be much appreciated. As right before we recorded this episode, my toilet exploded. It just kind of exploded out of nowhere. It did some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck happened, but that's beside the point. I'm here. Violet's here. We have 2 special guests, Jenna and Marcy Anime, and we were supposed to have a 5th guest. We needed to have a British person come on and explain the crimes of the country, but they're not here. So Britain will go undefended on this episode. So we kind of just have to take things as they are. We are the judge, jury, and executioner of the state of Britain, and they have a lot to explain. And for what they have to explain, well, let's get into the episode because I don't think we have any experience whatsoever with any of these songs, really. Maybe 1 or 2 things that crossed over to some capacity, but I think most of us are coming to this episode relatively blind. At the very least, none of us were there at the time, so we're just gonna take it as it is. And this is a me creation. Although I will say, I did not come up with the songs itself for this. I Sean Fay Wolf on YouTube, he did a video about some of these songs, and I was like, wow, that would be a great episode for us to go a little more in depth on some of these songs. And so a lot of these are pulled from his video on some of the weird British hits. And we're starting with a weird one. Now this is not the song, but the character Bob the Builder. I probably watched Bob the Builder growing up. I enjoyed it as a program when I was a child, and but for some reason the Brits were like, Bob the Builder, he's the next big pop boy here in the UK. We're gonna make Bob the Builder a pop star, and so what went number one in the UK? I'm going to try to get specific dates figured out for some of these. The Bob the Builder theme went number one in the UK.
I need proof for this. I need to see what this is.
We're gonna investigate. I'm trying to think what year this one comes from. Let me see. I want to say it's 99, but that doesn't sound right to me. Let me see. No Bob in 1999, so not him.
Matty, currently on the Wikipedia page, Control F for Bob.
Bob? Oh yeah, well my thing was my little doc, my Zoom doc was in the way, so I couldn't see what I was typing. But still, no Bob in here. Although I did see something that was very curious. Baz Luhrmann had a number one song in the UK. The director of The Great Gatsby and Elvis for a song called Everybody's Free to Wear Sunscreen.
We don't have time to get into
That's for
this.
the next episode. That's for the next one of these we do.
That song is an insane rabbit hole of its own.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. I knew this, but still. This is an audio podcast, so none of you are going to see the thing I may have just spoiled. Bob the Builder, Can We Fix It? Went number one in the UK on December 23rd, 2000, for 3 weeks. Like, one thing.
Before it.
One of those Christmas
is
number one
Eminem
singles
Stan.
I see.
Oh, God. So
why is this a thing there? Why do they... Who decided, like, you know what, Christmas, we're going to push some dumb shit out on everyone. Let's see what happens.
It's...
Hey, Matty, I have a question.
Okay.
When you were a kid and the theme song to this one came on, were you saying no we can't to that Can We Fix It?
Oh, I absolutely was. You know I was.
Fuck yeah, brother.
You know I was.
Yeah.
I was a cynical teen, so you know I was. Also, he's like fucking mogged as hell on this album cover. Look at this coat he's wearing.
What's he doing?
He's got a screwdriver, but he's also
building?
What's he building in there? This coat. I want this. He's wearing like the same coat that the IKEA monkey was wearing. It's crazy.
He's dressed like John Lennon for the rooftop concert. It's insane.
Oh my God, you're right. It's the same. Oh shit.
Oh my God, the callback.
Here's the thing, Violet. If he was wearing the helmet that Bob is wearing on the album cover,
might still be here.
He might still be here. Might not have gone down like that.
Yeah.
I don't think he was shot in the head, but still, safety is important. At least we know he tried.
Yeah, John Lennon would still be alive today if he complied with OSHA laws, is what we're getting at here right now.
Absolutely, 100%.
This episode, I have not listened to every single song on this playlist because I know that I'm guilty of torturing Matty on episodes. I'm responsible for dark-sided scene core. In a way, realistically, I should be taken out back and shot in the head. I understand that. But halfway through this episode, there's a certain song we're going to get to about 5 songs in that every time I listen to it, I have to stop. It's basically like giving up in a saw trap because I just can't do it anymore. And I understand the Toby Keith mindset really now. Like, I understand jingoistic U.S. patriotism because getting away from this island is probably the one and only smart thing that Americans have ever done in their lives, is what I'm going to say.
Yes. As our next song is,
Hey.
It's Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby.
I did not make this playlist any rhyme or reason. The only thing I knew is that the playlist had to begin a certain way and end a certain way, and the rest of the playlist, the flow did not matter. It was just like, let's just go through the decades. We're like the time traveler and the time traveler's wife. We don't get to control where we go. All we get to do, all we know is that we have a start point and an end point. And this is okay. I don't know if I can definitively call this the worst song we've ever talked about on this podcast, but I do think it would be in my 10. I think in my 10, maybe my 5.
Come on.
I love this.
Again.
So for our American listeners who might not be familiar with Mr. Blobby, do we want to describe what is on the screen right now?
Okay,
my best friend.
I was gonna say, right now we're basically watching Society. Like, some of the scenes of this look like Society.
This has major Brian Usna vibes.
And Mr. Blobby, he is a inflatable man who is he's all pink, but he has yellow polka dots. Like, he has like chicken pox, but it's yellow pox. He has a little yellow dotted bow tie. He kind of looks like what's like the SNL, the like old SNL, the little claymation guy that I always get killed.
Mr. Bill.
He kind of has Mr. Bill vibes a little bit. Like, imagine if Mr. Bill
as kind of like a hairless Gritty.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
If you just poured Nair all over Gritty.
God, they really pulled out all the stops for this video. There's so much going on.
There's a lot. We have so like we did. This was many years ago. We did an episode where we talked about the most unwanted song. Okay, Robert Palmer parody out of fucking nowhere for some goddamn reason. What the fuck is going on? Where we talked about the most unwanted song. Mr. Blobby has at least 60 to 70% of the things that make the most unwanted song in this song. We have like farting, like literal farting synthesizers that literally sound like farts. The last time we talked about a song that had like noises that sounded like someone was like shitting was like James Lade. That was the last time. And then Mr. Blobby, he sounds like one of the fucked up characters in the first Spy Kids movie, like when Alan Cummings' character turns them into the weird. That's what Mr. Blobby like sounds and looks like. He sounds like if you turn like an OSS agent into like a weird kids creature. He just turned somebody into Mrs. Blobby. Every image is so dense. This is not going to be a video episode, but I beg you listeners to please seek out the Mr. Blobby music video, because it is overstimulating. It is overwhelming to the senses. Like, before I logged on to this episode, like driving home, I was a little tired. I was like, I hope I'm at my full energy doing this episode. And yes, this is like a shot of espresso, but like in a different way. Every frame of this video has something weird going on. I hate looking at Mr. Blobby, but I also can't look away.
What's the one with Dolce's character? I can't forget the name. Like the Grimace. How do I forget Grimace? Wow. It's like if Grimace was like top on the charts. It's basically that kind of feel.
Yeah.
He has the vibes of like if Pee Wee Herman and Crazy Frog like became like their own Monstro Eliza Sue. Like it's crazy.
Let's see. Mr. Blobby, you can't come to New York. We have a couple video. Oh, here we go. Top 10 WTF
Watch
Mr.
Mojo
Blobby
UK.
There's a UK Watch Mojo? I did not know this.
Oh, there's a Watch Mojo for every demographic.
And today we're counting down our picks.
So we're gonna try to describe some WTF Mr. Blobby moments. I wonder if we should just go
Blobby's eyeshadow. It really brings out his eyes.
All right, Mr. Blobby is just crawling over a couch. It's like he's
on like a
drunkard.
morning show or something.
Yeah, this is one where I have no idea what kind of figure Mr. Blobby is in the UK, if at all.
He like originated on like a comedy sketch show or something, I think, and like he was originally like a breakout character from that, and then the public pretty quickly tired of him, but the people who were making, all of Mr. Blobby's media appearances didn't seem to get the message on that. So
okay, let's.
I gotta say, Mr. Blobby's manager was working real good.
Yeah. For us Americans, like, imagine if Domingo got a #1 hit song. The hit SNL character Domingo, imagine if he got a #1 song. That is what happened in the UK. It is, if the UK, like, on one end, it is kind of amazing that the UK is such a small country that just, if enough people come together, they can make a song go #1 on the charts. That's kind of beautiful. That's nice. It doesn't happen in America. But, like, that's too much power, especially to give to the British, right?
That's like if the Indieheads podcast had the power to maneuver the charts. Imagine that.
J Big at #1.
Yeah, I was about to say
if we try hard enough, I believe we can make that happen.
Yes. Okay, I want to see the #1 WTF Mr. Blobby moment. Okay, we have
You really couldn't escape.
Okay,
Mr. Blobby on a
thumbnail for the episode.
Yeah, there is a screen cap here. He's on the talk show Loose Women, which I assume is like British The View. And the little text crawl says Mr. Blobby on Brexit. I don't think I want to know any more than that.
Also, part of the Mr. Blobby joke is that he only ever says "blobby, blobby, blobby." That's all he can say. So I wonder how he was
really
able
racist,
to.
Jenna. That was really racist what you just said, Jenna. Jesus Christ. Did you really just say blobby, 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 blobby on my show?
Footage of Silent Hill
Listen,
3.
I'm just quoting Mr. Blobby here. Okay.
All right, fair. Oh, we're looking at Blobby Land, which is like abandoned Blobby Land, like as Violet said, it's like a Silent Hill game, or like what if the Garfield
Blobby
house
themed toilets? Question mark.
Imagine going into one of these abandoned buildings and there's just a Mr. Blobby standing there, dude. I would shit my fucking pants.
Hold on, wait.
Blobby Mania.
Do you agree with all
Blobby Mania.
It was in a place called Crinkly Bottom? Question mark?
What?
Inside Mr. Blobby's eerie abandoned Crinkly Bottom theme park left to rot after 90s Blobby Mania? What is wrong with this country? What is going on in the UK that these things are happening? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Okay, there's Mr. Blobby being a menace to society for 3 minutes. Oh god, this is...
I feel like Mr. Blobby is one of those songs in this playlist where, like, if it had, like, say if it was like some kind of like figure that like Americans knew, and like it got pushed as a single, it could have made some kind of splash. I think it's just like the right kind of like mind numbing. I think.
Yeah. The top comment on the Mr. Blobby music video, showing this to non-Brits and watching their absolute uncomprehending horror, like they've just witnessed the eldritch truth, and to be honest, I'm not sure that they have it, is one of my favorite pastimes. So Balloon Face, it is a... I'm speaphess. I'm speechless.
It's a lot. It's a lot to behold.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta get Mr. Blobby on the pod.
I think he's gonna say some really crazy shit. I don't know if I trust that. Even in editing, I'm not sure what I can.
The views would be wonderful.
That's true. It'd be a very powerful, big episode. But there we go, Mr. Blobby. The 1993 Christmas #1. That's the thing. You could do an entire episode just on the Christmas #1s, but that would require us to listen to a lot of really bad, like, comedy songs, and I don't want to do that on this podcast. So I don't want to.
Like the 3 or 4 years in a row that the same guy got a Christmas #1 with parodies about sausage rolls.
Yes.
I will say that was on my list, and I was like, I'm not counting that for this episode. Maybe if we do a second one of these, maybe we'll get into that guy. But let's keep it moving. I will say, this is the best song on the playlist by far. Like, I don't think it's particularly close.
Oh, this is a hitter right here.
Yeah, this is just a genuinely good song. It's only on here because it is weird, of course. but also, gets into the 90s were an interesting time for the Brits. In the early days, they fucking loved raving and doing, well, I'll let the song explain. This is the Shamen with Ebeneezer Goode. One of the many
I was really scared when you put this on the playlist because I thought we were going to make fun of it, and I didn't want to.
This is a good song.
I think it's just a good song.
It's a good song, but like, it is, it's about a certain obsession that the Brits had in the 1990s. Of course, one of the many random dance songs to get number one on the charts in the 90s. And that's one thing I respect. I respected that they that people like the Shamen or like, is it Orb? Like, they would go number one on the UK charts, or like it's not the UHF, right? Is that who's like the KLF? KLF, thank you.
UHF is the Weird Al movie.
Yes. As you can see, Ebeneezer Goode. If you break down,
if you
the
call
syllables,
him by his nickname,
yeah. This is a song about doing ecstasy. It's the most blatant metaphor for doing ecstasy ever, and it went number one. That's how much they loved to do ecstasy back in the days. They made a very thinly veiled way to say E's are good, and it went number one. And it's fucking sick.
The one fun thing I know about this song is that like during when it was like really big, there were like radio stations that were like threatening to like not play the song because it's about drugs and stuff, and like the shaman had to go on like just like everywhere just to tell them like, no, it's just about a guy. His name's Ebeneezer. He's just talking about him. And then like years and years later, like he like dropped the bill like, no, it was about E. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
I fuck with
you think we're fucking stupid?
Yeah, I really like the song. I think it is probably as far as like actual musical quality goes, this is the best one. I'm not really big into like the dance music or like the baggy scene as I called it, but this is like the exception for me. Like I'm not a Jesus Jones or EMF fan, but this rocks. This has enough like Matrix vibes for me to get really into it.
Like, it's just good dance music, like it's not too, I mean, it's obviously attached to a scene, but it's not so it is like, it's aged like a wine in a freezer. Like, it's so early 90s, but like the parts of the early 90s that we like that have aged well. It's beautiful. And this video is insane. It's just,
it looks like you wouldn't download a car fucking.
Yeah, the guy's shaking around and moving around.
Incredible comparison.
That we're in like a kink club right now. People are wearing latex. It's flashing. Yeah, thank God. Hopefully nobody in this call has fucking.
I want to be at the kink club listening to Ebeneezer Goode. That'd be so much fun.
It'd be a fucking blast. Well, there we go. Ebeneezer Goode, Shamen. It's a good song. I just felt like we needed a reprieve after Mr. Blobby, and we don't get really, again, we go, oh, wow, that was a good song. We all enjoyed that. We had fun with it.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Okay, I need some explaining on this one. What's going on here?
So, Matty, care to introduce the next song?
Yes, we are currently listening to Joe Dolce with "Shut Up in Your Face," which
like, I know that Joe Dolce is apparently of Italian descent, and there's the whole thing about like you can always make fun of Italians; it's never racist. But like this song is pushing it.
Yeah,
it is. Oh my god.
Well, I think there's something that Alec, our friend Alec Felder, wanted us to mention. But let's look at the chart. Let's look at the chart history. So, of course, John Lennon passed away on... it's funny we mentioned him earlier. He passed away on December 8th, 1980, right? And, of course, because that one of his songs almost immediately went number one on the UK charts. Just like Starting Over went number one from Double Fantasy. Then there's like a Christmas song that went number one for a few weeks, which is expected.
Entitled "There's No One Quite Like Grandma."
All right, that's for the next episode. That's for the next one. There's so many ones for the next one. And then, of course, Imagine went number one for a few weeks in January, and then Woman went number 1 in 1981. And then, you know what went number 1 after Woman?
We've had enough of John Lennon now. We've gotten over him.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Joel Dolce, Shut Up Your Face. Which
Matty,
went
I'm
number
gonna
1.
need you to look at what went number 1 in, I believe, June, right before Michael Jackson.
Oh, Smokey Robinson, Being With You. Hell yeah.
Smoky
Hell
on
yeah.
top.
Smokey on top. And then, of course, the UK charts are so weird because, like, Adam and the Ants' Stand and Deliver went number 1, like, 3 months after Shut Up Your Face. The British public is so fucking weird. But there was something that Alec wanted us to mention because Shut Up Your Face blocked a certain song from going number 1. Let me see if I can figure out. It was something where, like, he was like, this is egregious, so give me 1 second
I'm
to figure
pretty
out.
sure it was Vienna Ultravox.
Yes,
but
that
I
sounds
could be
correct to me. It blocked Vienna Ultravox from going number 1 in the UK.
Fucked up.
And this is brutal. This is brutal. This is kind of brutal.
So when I saw that this went number 1, I kind of shrugged this one off because I was like, okay, well, you know, we had a bunch of really stupid novelty songs going number 1 in the 60s, you know, when Elvis was over in Vietnam. That's fine. And then I found out that this came out in 1981, and now I want to set fire to the entire island.
Yeah. Also, he's not even British. He's from Ohio.
What
the fuck?
He's from Ohio. And it's not like, oh, he moved to the UK
To
like when
this
he was
day,
young.
this song remains the best-selling single of all time to be produced in Australia.
Oh my god.
What the fuck, dude?
God bless.
Oh my god. So he's by the way, there's a very similar British or Ohio export that made it big in the UK. That being Scott Walker, of course, from Ohio, but of course became big in the UK. Take a Shot. There's not been a Take a Shot if I mention Scott Walker. There is now. Take a Shot. So he's born in Ohio. He does some poetry, folk music in Ohio, attends Ohio University, and then he moves to Melbourne, Australia in the 70s, makes a protest song, and then says, hey, I'm going to do a song called Shut Up Your Face.
Shut up your face.
And so here's the story behind it. When in Ohio, Dolce would sometimes visit his Italian grandparents and extended family. They used to phrases, what's the matter, you? And shut up. When Dolce adapted and used in the song, he wrote the song about Italians living in Australia and first performed it at Marijuana House, Brunswick Street, Fitzroy in 1979. It became a multi-million selling hit, peaking at number 1 on the Australian Kent Music Report singles chart for 8 weeks from November 1980, and the UK from February 1981 for 3 weeks. Also number 1 in Germany, France, Fiji, Puerto Rico, and the Canadian province of Quebec, Austria, New Zealand, and Switzerland. So this wasn't even like a British only thing. Like this was the whole world had Shut Up Your Face fever aside from Americans. Really,
there's a real worldwide Italian moment going on. I think we should all respect that.
I guess so. I guess so.
Except for the States, because I don't know what are we doing here.
He was on the soundtrack of the Terminator.
What the hell? 1 second. What the heck? I missed that. Let's see. With Lynn Van Heck, he formed various performance groups, including Skin the Wig, L'Ensemble, and the ongoing Difficult Women. Van Heck and Dolce wrote Intimacy for the soundtrack of the 1984 film The Terminator. Is that like the song? Is that the song that they used during like the sex scene in Terminator?
Yeah, when Sarah and Kyle are smashing or
fucking
whatever.
hell.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, this guy.
Hold on. I see that there may be a same fucking song again for this guy.
If you want to be happy, you're touching my car, I break in your face.
This may need further research.
Okay, we will be looking into this very, very shortly. So this guy's kind of had a crazy life. Like he's kind of done a lot of shit. Like this is crazy. So yeah, Joe Dolce also still alive and kicking, born in 1947. So still alive and kicking.
77 years old. Goddamn.
Good for him.
Shouts out to Joe Dolce. Your song sucks shit, but it's a novelty song. So and you made fun of Italians, and so I got to give some support to that. But
we respect that.
But all right, we're back to the bullshit. We're back to more bullshit.
It's time for women to have their turn on the UK number ones here.
Exactly. Well, I was gonna say we don't know what Mr. Blobby is, but it's Mr. So we do know.
Maybe Mr. Blobby is a he/him lesbian.
Hey, that's true. We don't know. But we're now listening to the Cheeky Girls with the song, cheeky song, "Touch My Bum." So the Brits, they love their stupid fucking dance songs. They love their stupid.
Oh, they love being cheeky over there.
They really, really do. And we have the two Cheeky Girls are either are they twins? I mean, they're very clearly trying to have them dressed like twins, like because they're wearing the same outfits and they have the same haircut and the same face, basically.
Matty, I think women can exist without having to be compared to each other. So,
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to. Not for this song. You want to say that for some later song or two. Go for it. But this is one where like they are actively wanting me to compare them to each other.
They really made sure to like pick out like some like female dancers for this to have specifically like small asses, which on some level I do respect.
I mean, this is the 2000s, so this was a very bad era for body, like for talking about women's bodies. So very bad time in the culture.
I feel sick. Yeah. I fucking hate this.
It's pretty bad. This is nauseating. Like
these two Reba homunculuses singing about their flat asses, and this is about the time that I was ready to take all the tea from my goddamn house and throw it in the water.
They are in fact identical twin sisters.
Okay.
I am so sorry on behalf of all twins everywhere. This is inexcusable. It's like, what is the opposite of harmonizing? Because that's what these two are doing on this song.
Yeah, you would think for being twins, they would know how to, like, have their voices come together better, but... Also, are they... They don't sound British to me.
They're Romanian.
Okay, there you go. That makes sense. This is... Yeah, this is brain melting. Like, this is I feel my brain... being thrown in a slow cooker.
How do we get to this? How do you and your sister, who you have grown up with, get approached and say, "Hey, do y'all want to sing a song about your asses together?" Like, what is wrong where you have to say, "Yes, I want to do this"? Because this is like actually nauseating me.
Look, some folks, especially during these days, desperate to become celebrities, desperate to become famous, and so any door they can walk in through to become famous, even if it's for a very short amount of time, they will take it. And so the Cheeky Girls were like, "Oh, you want us to sing a song about our asses? Okay, we'll happily do that."
I like to think this was some sort of like family writing exercise to be like, "Oh, you twins, we'll try writing a song. Let's see how this turns out."
Mm-hmm.
I am fascinated by the person in the comments who's stating that this is apparently a popular song in British primary school dances. Why are we playing this for the children?
Oh my god!
I hate Turf Island. I hate Turf Island. I hate Turf Island.
They are a bunch. Again, they are calling the wrong people perverts. They are absolutely calling the wrong people perverts in Turf Island. Jesus Christ. Also, the line "Touch my bum, this is life." The great philosophers of our time, the Cheeky Girls. God, this is nauseating. Is there any? Also, here's the thing. So they're a remaining singing duo consisting of the identical twin sisters Gabriella and Monica Urmia, after appearing as auditionees on Pop Stars The Rivals, they achieved success in the UK with 4 top 10 hits between 2002 and 2004. So like this wasn't like a case of like, oh, they're one hit wonders. Like they gave the Cheeky Girls multiple hit songs in the UK. Like what the fuck? This is why do this? Why?
Yes, they just believe in girl power, Maddie.
It's just girls having fun. What do you got against that?
That's true. I shouldn't.
It's okay, Maddie. I'm on your side here. These girls shouldn't be allowed to have fun. This is like actually making me feel sick.
Oh, have a cheeky Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Oh no! I may have to do some modifications to another episode.
I was gonna say, should we save this potentially for that episode?
We may have to.
All right, we
may have to revisit my rivals.
Cheeky Girls, you'll have another day.
Yes. So let's move on to a slightly more normal song.
You say normal.
I say slightly more, relatively more normal, but still very bizarre. This is Black Lace with Agadoo. So we have 2 Rod Stewart impressionists. What if you shrunk Rod Stewart down by about like 8 or like 6 or 8 inches? This is what this duo looks like. And this is before Kokomo, right? This sounds like
I think so.
Despite the fact that
this is from the 80s, I think. Although the song is older. They didn't write this song. It's a cover of, I think it was like a French song originally.
But obviously, production wise and aesthetically, this is so 80s that it fucking hurts.
There's an alternate universe where this is me and Gavin doing this right now. Like I'm brave enough to admit that, like, and then Early March would be in the pineapple costume, and we'd probably be doing this at a church. So there's no way it'd be on TV. So I do have some fondness for this, but I mean, you could play a fucking decapitation video after Cheeky Girls, and I'd probably prefer it. I like the banana playing the trumpet because he doesn't have a mouth.
Also, this guy's looking at me with like cocaine eyes. Like this man just did a bump in the bathroom. And it's like, let me tell you about this great. Let me tell you about this great idea that I have.
Lemon playing the drums. Or is that a papaya? I don't know what fruit that is.
I think it's supposed to be a very unfortunately shaped coconut.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It looked like it was fuzzy. This is what Jimmy Buffett's heaven is.
The video has like running subtitles that are seemingly supposed to be like the inner monologue of the pineapple.
Also, we got guys wearing t-shirts that $150 out the door. All right, like
yeah.
Again, the patterns on these t-shirts.
They would definitely sell these at Dan Flash's.
They're wearing some Dan Flash's originals in this video. Also, white belts with like leather pants. These are bizarre outfits we're looking at, folks.
There's some real like Yo Gabba Gabba kind of shit. Mm-hmm. But if they were fruits,
yeah.
You know what? I see it. Like this would have been like attached to Fruit Ninja back in the if Fruit Ninja had came out in the 80s, This is what is going on with Black Lace. I feel like there's a bigger story here.
Yeah, I will say I got to this song in the playlist and felt like I had the least to say about this because the song's just kind of fine. I really got anything against it.
Oh my god!
They first became famous after being selected to represent the UK at Eurovision.
This is a crossover of all of our special interests. This is crazy.
Got novelty songs, Eurovision. Again, this was a novelty pop band. They just did novelty pop tunes, and oh my god! And the fact that they were active from 1973 until 2024. The only reason why they seemingly broke up in 2024 is because Colin Gibb from the band died. He died at the age of 70. Christ, this is, and here's the thing, they're still kind of going, like it still says they're going, they have recent career as of 2024, like they have done things. This is,
oh my god.
Yeah, it showed when you Googled them, it showed the members section, and it looked like they were all posing in Hawaiian shirts, and I was like, is this like a Wiggles thing now?
possible.
I could see that.
Or like a Shauna Na for specifically people that like aren't American enough for Jimmy Buffett? Because this is weird. I kind of love it though.
Also, the fact that like, why is this Wikipedia page so fucking long for like a shitty novelty band in the 80s? This is a lot. So, look, we were hanging out on the fruit. On the beach with our fruits, and let's see, we're still on the beach. So let's get to Bombalurina with Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. Another. Do you like your Euro pop and Euro dance? Oh, so, buddy.
Do you know the lore behind this song?
I do not. So please fill me in.
This song was originally like came out in like the 40s or something. It's a much older song.
It's early 60s. We, not to spoil it, but we will be talking about it on a certain series coming up.
Okay.
It was from the musical Void when Elvis was in Vietnam before Beatlemania, basically.
Got it. But you may have noticed that the name of the band, Bombalurina, that's the name of one of the characters from Cats. And yes, this is an Andrew Lloyd Webber joint, unfortunately.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
He put this song together apparently on a dare from his wife, who bet him that he couldn't branch out from musical theater into the pop charts, and he proved her wrong.
It, like, okay, how do I say this without sounding like homophobic? Andrew Lloyd Webber, like, being a straight man really feels just like categorically wrong, you know? Like,
yeah,
that man should not have a wife. That man made Cats. He shouldn't have a wife. Like, what's going on? But I just, oh my god, this is that broke my brain, Jenna. That broke my brain. I'm having like trouble like getting thoughts together.
I'm so glad that I could share this knowledge.
Is he in the video?
I don't think so.
It probably has nothing to do with him.
He just like, I guess he just like wrote it or produced it, and oh my god. Why was he making like a Euro dance? I have so many questions.
I think this is the song I'm most familiar with, but I don't think it was this version. Probably like like.
Yeah, I mean there have been a lot of covers of this song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to imagine this like as like a dance hit, like going off in the club.
I mean, I guess if you extend it out, you know, give it to someone to remix, maybe you got something to work with. But as it stands, you know, I'm just so befuddled by it, but I'm also befuddled by a lot of like Euro dance and Euro pop, you know. And the fact that the song is is just a little under 4 minutes long. Why is this so long?
Yeah, how do you turn a 60 songs, which were all like basically 30 fucking seconds long, and turn it into this?
Like, I know it's a dance song, and so those always kind of run a little bit longer, you know, to extend out the groove.
Dance to this.
Look, again, we already talked about this. Ecstasy, all right? People were on ecstasy and would dance to fucking anything. In the, you know, late 70s, early 80s, it's like obscure soul music, and now it's anything that has like these drums. Oh, they like the Brits hear these drums and they their eyes light up like the Manchurian Candidate, but instead of the Manchurian Candidate, it's like the Manchurian Dancers.
It's the Mancunian Candidate.
The Mancunian Candidate, exactly. Oh God, it's over. Thank God.
It's over.
Christ. What the fuck?
I hate Andrew Lloyd Webber so fucking much.
I don't hate it, but I could also go without not having to hear it more, I guess.
Yeah. Timmy Mallet. What the fuck?
I was gonna say
Doctor Who.
Yeah, this is in Doctor Who for some reason. God,
it's
damn
one of those songs like hear as a kid, and then like a year later, you're like embarrassed to hear it. It's like I'm like too old for this. Like, I don't want to hear this at the party. I want to hear like real music.
Exactly. God. Well, there we go. Bombalurina with Itsy Bitsy Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. Let's move into to another silly one. We have Lieutenant Pigeon with Moldy Old Dough. And so I put this on the playlist, and because I'm like, this sounds, it was from the video that I talked about earlier, and I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting that this went number one. It's kind of like a jaunty little tune. Let's see what happens. You think, okay, maybe someone will come in and start singing. No, it's just this.
It's just an instrumental for the most part.
Yep, it's just a jaunty little tune where we have two piano players and guitarists.
One of them is the drummer's mom, I believe.
That is correct.
God bless.
The drummer's mom is one of the piano players in the song, so I think she still holds the record for the oldest person to have a number one song in the UK charts. Okay, but there's the only vocals. It's is the drummer be like wah wah like a fucking drunk bum at the pub. That hurt my.
Oh shit!
Got the flute. Oh shit! Flute solo going off.
I love this so fucking much.
This
so
is just
happy
a nice
right now.
song.
Every outfit in this is incredible. The mom looks like a piano teacher. Bassist is what I can only describe as like discount Bowie. Guy on the drums looks like he would play Fest. And then we got Donny Osmond on the second keyboards. This is so 70s. I love this.
I do kind of want that Lieutenant Pigeon shirt really, really badly. Like,
you know what they look like? The three guys in this all look like they would be like a team in wrestling, and the mom would be the manager that gets thrown through a table by the heel.
It's like the Dudley Boys. I was gonna say like it's like a weird alternate reality version of like the Bee Gees almost.
This could have been the Von Erichs if Rich treated them right.
No. Yeah, they maybe would have survived if their dad wanted to make them pop stars versus pro wrestlers. But yeah, this is just a little jaunty tune. Let's see what we got for Lieutenant Pigeon. They've got kind of if I remember correctly, a bit of an interesting little story. So, English novelty music group, popular in the early 1970s. From Coventry, they're technically, it says 1972 to present, although it says past members. So, that's weird. Like, okay, they're whatever. That's a Wikipedia issue. Let's see. Lieutenant Pigeon, which is an anagram for genuine potential. Okay, that's kind of clever. Let's see. Stavely. Okay, there's actually nothing interesting at all. There's actually nothing interesting on the Wikipedia page. Oops. Other than they went number one, and they had a weird little song, and then someone in the band is someone's mother. So
yeah,
boom.
sorry. I stated that the female pianist was the drummer's mother. She's actually the other pianist's mother. My mistake.
I see. Let's see. She was aged 58 at the time of Moldy Old Dough topping the chart, which made her one of the oldest female artists to feature on a UK number one single. Okay, there we go.
Someone's got to take her spot.
Remains the only UK number one to feature a mother and son on the same song.
That feels correct, but I'm like, damn, there really hasn't been another one. I'm trying to think like, well, who would do it? Like who like what mother and son duo would make that happen? It's like, okay, like what like British pop stars or even like American pop stars were like, oh, the kid is also a singer. Like,
what are British pops like? What are they? Like who?
Monsters.
Yeah, they're monsters. It's we're not focused on the current. Maybe we'll get to the current state of the UK a little later on in the show. Although I think at this point the UK charts have been fully like Americanized. Like it's very rare for like British acts to hit the charts, or at least like it
I
stuff
don't
that
know.
is
I don't know
uniquely
about
to the
that, Maddie.
UK.
I mean, they still have their own culture over there. I've
That's
talked to
true.
many British gays, and they keep insisting that Little Mix was the thing at some point, and I still
Okay,
don't
that is
believe
true.
them.
Oh my god, shout out to my gay British friend Tim, who is like still the most devoted Little Mix stan I know.
Oh my god, that's
I love talking to Alexis and hearing her fond feelings about the group Sugar Babes.
Oh,
That's always a
yes.
fun conversation.
I only know about Sugar Babes in the context of them being like a ship of Theseus type situation where none of the original band members are still around.
I only know them because they sang that song that iCarly made famous when she did a cover of it.
Oh yeah. Also, didn't they have a song where they sampled Gary Newman, or am I thinking of a different?
Yeah.
I was gonna
They
say
did a cover of Adina Howard's "Freak Like Me,"
that's
and then
correct.
they used Gary Newman and Two Boy Army's "Our Friends Electric" as the backing track. That is kind of a sick track, though.
It is a sick track, but what's also a sick track? Question mark is Three of a Kind with Babycakes, and I have so many mixed feelings on the song because like it is a kind of British dance music that I do like that I have. Nostalgia isn't the right word per se, but you know, like I do like it, but also it sounds so fucking amateur. Like it is like three amateurs, which makes it.
They literally met on the day of the recording.
That's
oh,
crazy.
Fuck yes.
Okay, well there you go. That makes sense. I'm like, there's like, it feels like there's like no chemistry between these three people, and there you go. Is that Daniel Bedingfield?
It does sound like him.
I was gonna say, is this how he got big? Because of course, this sounds a lot like that Daniel Bedingfield song. Let's see, UK Garage Act, Liana. Okay, no, Daniel. Daniel.
Hold on, everyone! I got a guest appearance here.
Oh,
It's my boyfriend. You can't see it because of the green screen. Okay.
Hello. Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob the tomato.
Bye. He's going home. That's why I came in.
Oh.
Why did Mr. Blobby up?
What?
Why is your background Mr. Blobby?
Why is my background? We're talking about British music.
Cher Lloyd?
Oh, well, we're getting to Cher Lloyd later.
Oh no. Yes, we are. We are.
All right. I love you. Bye.
Oh,
I cannot believe that fucking happened.
Jesus Christ.
So this is insane, and I don't really like it. Half of this looks like it was filmed in the Saw bathroom, and the rest of this is like fembots making the worst desserts I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. It's just. I've watched this video probably like 4 or 5 times now, and I'm just left like, what is like? Okay, the song is called Babycakes, so I guess everyone here is cooking desserts, but not cakes.
I want to pitch something to you, Shark Tank style, Maddie.
Okay.
British pink chocolate.
I'm out. I'm out.
Is that not what this kind of is?
I don't think I'd
This
say
sounds
that.
more professional than pink chocolate. Like,
are you sure?
Yes. I know I just said this sounds like amateur hour, but like
She showed up at the factory with a can of whipped cream.
Like this song has a lineage. Like you can be like, okay, it's UK Garage, and you know you can find the reference points and all that stuff.
You can find
Pink
that
chocolate
with Pink Chocolate. It's just Justin Timberlake. It's just done in the worst way possible.
I mean, yes, but also like it also feels entirely referenceless. Like it's a black void. It's a void. It's like a black hole void of a song. And Babycakes is kind of cute. It's not very good, but like it's kind of cute. I don't know.
Say.
Also, this was in fact the only song that they ever released.
Oh, that's awesome.
God bless. I did. Okay, here's my secret. I think this is my favorite song in the playlist. I kind of love this song.
It's fun. Like it's
got a very like strange, like ethereal quality to it. It's a fun dance song to my ears. It's nice. This is the kind of song I would like hear as a kid. and like enjoy it quite a bit, and then it would like keep ringing in my head as I grew older, and I'm like, oh shit, I'd like out here like in like my 20s and be like, oh, that song, oh, that's a fun one, yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's a fun little track. I got no issues with it other than it being kind of amateur, but that's kind of the charm.
I actually got pointed to this because there was this like random like Muramasa track that samples this song specifically with like features from like it had like Pink Panthers, like Shy
hell?
Girl and Uzi Vert on it.
Hold on, let's pull this up.
Yeah.
Muramasa. Let me see if I just type in Muramasa Uzi Vert and if it pops up or not. Yeah, there we go. Babycakes.
Yep.
This immediately sounds way better than the original. Like, what if you actually what if you just made the original like an actual like fleshed out song? Yeah, a little bit of like
I think this song. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say a little bit of like a. I'm trying to think of what UK genre. Obviously, besides from garage, like. Yeah, this just sounds like a more updated version of UK garage. Little bits of like tropical house, little bits of like grime in there. Like, it's just like, hey, what if you made this like an actual song?
Yeah, like hearing this, like there's probably an actual like cultural reverence of this song, like permeating on through the culture of our modern day England. People actually like this one probably.
Yeah, it's good shit. It's good shit. I don't know. I like it. So there we go. Let's move into our next song. Let's see, what the fuck do I have on? Oh god.
Yeah, let's go.
No. This is the most brutal stretch. This is the most brutal stretch here. Okay. So like Mr. Blobby is just like offensively bad on just like many different levels. This is bad in a different sense. Like this is just, I guess, quote unquote traditional pop music or just like modern pop at just the absolute fucking like worst of everything that was going on in pop music in 2014.
This is true Vine era music right here.
Have we stated what song we are currently listening to?
Yes, this is will.i.am and Cody Wise with "It's My Birthday." And the music video is like a Vine themed music video, but like doesn't
like starring all of the biggest Vine stars of the day.
Yeah.
Oh but my god, they just lit a candle on a cake with farts.
Also, I just love that will.i.am is giving one of the great green screened in performances of all time. He's pulling a Nicki Minaj of just being green screened in. Oh, god, like
this song has 134 million views on YouTube. People are coming back to this one.
Yeah, it's like I will say, I don't Cody Wise. He is doing the job he was hired for on this. He's got a nice enough voice. He's doing the hook. He's not offensively terrible on the song. The song itself is bad. You have this like stupid little like vocal tick thing we're hearing right now. Like that's bad. Like that's like pulling from like dance hall, but just doesn't understand why it works in like dance hall and dance hall inspired music. Obviously at the time. Also, the amount of swag era clothing that we're looking at right now. It's a real time capsule.
This whole video is just like so 2014. It hurts.
It is brutal. I will say I'm glad that I do not have the brain disease that would allow me to recognize the number of Vine stars that are in this video. Like the only one that I could probably say by name.
Yeah,
I think King Bach is the only one I could say by name, and that's only because he was like one of the most popular ones. So you kind of like, if you were on Vine back then, you just knew who he was.
This song is like giving like Jason Derulo reference track.
Yeah, this could have only came out like at the time that Jason Derulo released Wiggle and fucking the Chainsmokers released Selfie. It was like 1 year, and then everyone got sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did this song go anywhere in the States? Or, like, did the UK
absolutely not.
Yeah.
UK just, like, really fucked with this one, huh?
This was the death rattle of swag culture, basically.
I mean, I will say, like, obviously we allowed will.i.am to become, like, a solo pop star in the US for a couple of years, but not really past this point. Like, the UK, for some reason, like, they just gravitated towards will.i.am. Like, he was on, I think he was a judge on The Voice UK or, like, Britain's Got Talent. Like, he made the rounds on, like, the British game show or whatever, like, vaguely music show circuit. It had, obviously this song went number 1 in the UK. Let's see what the chart performance was overall. So UK singles number 1, UK hip hop number 1. Curiously,
number 2 in Scotland, number 4 in Australia. Did not chart at all in the States.
Yeah. So this was only a hit in, like, Europe and the UK.
I like this song, this video keeps advertising this smartwatch that will.i.am is using that definitely doesn't exist anymore. Whatever.
Oh yeah, no. This is peak will.i.am idiot he is era of, like, he is just attaching himself to, like, whatever. Like, this was will.i.am in his, like, venture capitalist era, you know, like, he was just like, oh, you have, like, a cool new tech product, I will happily use it and advertise it for you in my music videos.
He just loves the future. He just loves seeing the future and he wants to help out.
Exactly. And of course, the description: music video by will.i.am and Cody Wise performing It's My Birthday, featuring your favorite Vine, YouTube, and Maker Studios artists all in one amazing collaboration.
Maker Studios. I remember that.
I know. That's a real blast from the past. Let's see if there's anyone here.
Top comment: happy birthday to all of you who watch this on their actual B-Day.
God, is it anyone's B-Day?
This isn't for fake birthday heads. This is for, like, you're celebrating.
Go back up. Number 2 comment: 2014, it's my birthday, I'm gonna live my fantasy. 2020, it's my birthday, I'm celebrating in quarantine.
Jesus.
Oh, it's so
this song was
stupid.
there for me when nothing else was.
Oh my god! The fact that all the top comments here are, like, not people being like, "Wow, this sucks."
Today was my 18th birthday.
Shit.
I became official an adult, and my family surprised me by
making me walk downstairs. We live at house, and when I get down, like, 2 hours ago, there were all my relatives and close friends, and I was so happy to see them that it made my cry because never in my life I expected that coming. The best surprise birthday ever. And of course I got big presents, but I don't care about that. I care about the moments I spent with them, moments that I will never forget, never forgot. And I hope in, like, 10 years from now, or where I will have a kid, I will do the same. I love all my family. Heart, 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 heart. Is this, yeah. Let's see. Is there anything on this guy's YouTube channel? We got one thing of he's watching someone gamble. Yeah, he's watching someone do a gambling game. All right, there we go. Thank you. Ian, see you.
I don't need to know anything more. I'm good.
Happy birthday, Ian.
Happy birthday, Ian.
Happy birthday, Ian. Let's oh god, our next one.
No.
Oh god. Oh.
No.
I think this is the one where I'm like it has to be on here, but also, like, oh god. Oh god. It is this is Aneka, and she's gonna tell us something, okay? She's gonna tell us about a certain boy that she wants.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Gwen Stefani.
And if you can't tell by the, like,
the Oriental riff.
Yeah, the Oriental riff. No other way to say it. The Oriental riff that's on the song. This is Aneka with Japanese Boy. And she's currently wearing the appropriation dress and wig. We're looking at one of the whitest women I've ever seen in my entire life. wearing like a Japanese hairstyle wig and the kimono and like
social studies teacher ass face.
Yeah.
Dude.
She's wondering, was it something I said that made my Japanese boy leave? No, I think it's the fact that you dress like this.
Her hair seems bigger than her head. Like what?
It's just really cool that like we feel like weeaboos are kind of like a starts in the 90s phenomenon. No, this was back in the 80s, you know. Weeaboos were around for a time. Also, I like that she's like performing this on like some kind of like Top of the Pop show. So this is
in front of a studio audience that are just staring stone-faced at her.
Exactly. This is I gotta respect the bravery, you know. I wouldn't do this in front of people.
Really worried.
The backstory of Aneka is kind of insane. She was like a traditional Scottish folk singer, and her producers were like, you know, we think you should transition to mainstream pop. Here's a song for you that you should sing.
Okay, so her real name is Mary Sandman, who was Aneka. Nika, of course, the name change. This is one of the craziest sentences I've ever read on a Wikipedia page. She was well known for the oriental image she took on for the song.
Oh.
That is, oh my god. Let's see.
What is her third single here?
Let's see. Third single. Oh, no. A third single was released in early 1982. This was Ooh Shooby Doo Doo Lang, which told a lighthearted tale of a singer bemoaning the fact that she has been relegated to backing vocals. The lyrics go on to mention Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder in both Japanese Boy and Little Lady. The song missed the UK chart. However, in Europe, it gave her a third hit, where it was followed by another album track, I Was Free.
I was really worried going into this that I wasn't gonna have like a worst of the episode song, but we got it here. I think this is.
I think we gotta hear another one of these.
This was released by Hansa, who is a British record label, who one time told The Cure that they need to go more pop, and so they released a song called "Do the Hansa," which is like the most unlistenable thing they ever released, and that's the only reason I know of them.
Like
I do feel kind of bad for Aneka because like she did not actively choose this image. Like it was kind of thrust upon her by her managers and producers.
Yeah.
And she, you know, like after this song got big, she was frustrated about being typecast, understandably.
Yeah.
Yeah, the remarkable thing about this song is that she's not really like doing any like fake Asian like sounding words or stuff, but it feels like it. It feels she's like being more racist on it.
There's little
that's
things.
A rough album cover.
It's a rough album cover. There's little things in the enunciation, right, that are like it's like I feel like she's doing a voice ever so slightly. It's the enunciation that's a little eyebrow raising. But of course, we have the album cover, Aneka, which it's her in the kimono and the hairstyle, and she's doing a bow. I don't like it. It's really racist. And now we have, it's just, you know, when we think of like the lame 80s, we think of like the runoff of new wave. We think about how new wave got fully assimilated into pop music in like, you know, I guess adult contemporary. It was lame. They got lame really, really early in the 80s, and this is...
Yeah, the lame stuff in the 80s were things that people don't remember because they were lame.
So imagine if Kate Bush got hit by the Space Jam laser that took away her talent.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this is giving.
Like... I can tell that she has like a great voice. Like I can tell that she can go places with her voice. But like you have these.
I mean, according to Wikipedia, you know, like after her moment in the pop spotlight was over, she dropped the stage name and just went back to singing traditional Scottish music, and had, by all accounts, a long and successful career in that field.
Yeah. I can't do any more of this. This is making me like physically ill. And
speaking of physically ill,
I'm about to say, speaking of phically ill,
should we watch the video before we listen to the song?
Yeah, can we watch the video that I sent in chat first?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. We actually have a couple videos. We actually have a couple videos.
Cultural fucking touchstone
Cher
we
Lloyd's
have.
greatest effect on the culture.
Cher Lloyd or Rebecca G. Right? And don't forget all the trouble we got into.
Why does somebody not know how to flush a toilet after they've had a shit?
What do you mean?
Well, it was fucking one of yes. Disgusting.
It's so good. It's
Lloyd's by Cher Lloyd's.
Had a shot. I guess before we,
we don't have to watch.
We don't have to watch them. Well, maybe we'll tackle some of these towards the end.
We can watch that one.
We can watch that one, but first,
yeah.
Of course, the song we mentioned is Cher Lloyd, Swagger Jagger, and of course, Cher Lloyd actually did cross over to the U.S. only for like.
This song's awesome.
Yeah, with "Want You Back."
Yeah, "Want You Back." I just heard an opinion that let me one more time.
This is a fun song. I like it. I fuck with it.
You know what? Let's hear Marcy out. The song is going to play. By the way, Marcy, the song is going to play while you defend it. So, you really have to defend it. You got to defend it in real time.
Y'all would love this song if it weren't for the hook, and that's okay. I think the rest of the song is like pretty iconic. Like, look at her.
Why does she look like a mob wife?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about saying you would love this song if it wasn't for the hook is that the hook is, like, the main part of the song.
She's giving so much swag here, and I think y'all are being haters.
This is the dare for girls. I hate this.
Okay, I'm gonna say, Marcy, I was playing the heel earlier. I will say, aside from the hook, I do actually agree with you. This song is not as bad as I thought it was.
It's fun!
No.
This is peak swag era. Look at her.
Yeah, the swag era. Oh my god. I mean, in terms of fashion, it really might be the most appalling fashion era ever. Like, I feel like I'm still, like, unlearning swag era clothing, right? Like, just trying to not... Anything that I wear that could potentially come off as swag era, I have to throw it off my body. But, yeah, I will say, I'm maybe not as positive on the song as you are, Marcy, of course, but there are certainly elements here that I kind of like. I like the synth that we're hearing here, this little, like, kind of buzzy synth line. I kind of like that.
It hits like just the right kind of trashy for me, I think.
Exactly. Like, I like 100 Gex. I like some hyperpop. I hear that, and it reminds me of the things that I like. I can't hate it totally. But of course, the hook is a total tonal shift, like that. It does not pull off whatsoever. It just suddenly
of all the songs, why "Oh My Darling Clementine"? Like, why did they pick that to base their song around?
I'm repulsed by everything about this little white girl talking about having swag. This is like, do y'all remember Carmen?
Oh yeah.
Of
course we do.
You know that Carmen wants to be like an actual rapper now and like change her name and shit? This is like the worst of both worlds for me.
Mm-hmm.
I like this genuinely nauseates me. I do not like this white girl. Actually, let me take that back. Cher Lloyd does seem like one of the very few non-transphobic people on Turf Island, so for that she does have my respect. But
I like that the outro of this song is like almost basically like a Swedish House Mafia song for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's so dumb. But I kind of fuck with it.
Yeah, I mean, I will say there's a lot going on. Obviously, the song itself, there's a lot going on. It is two different songs, like Frankenstein together. Like you have the hook that's like the hook of a different song, and then the other song, which like the non-hook stuff, it's like, okay, this, if you had a good hook to surround these parts, I would not be as annoyed by it. But the fact that the hook is just such a wild tonal shift, and then we get towards the end where they try to like fully Frankenstein the two elements together, and it really just doesn't work. You're like, okay, these are two completely different songs. Also, just the makeup. Oh my god, this
looks like its own Bart Baker parody of the music video. Like, this is upsetting to look at.
Yeah. I'm also realizing just how much like the new Jim Legacy video is pulling aesthetically from this. Like, oh wow, damn! Like, there's some very similarities. Also, Sony MP3 player product placement. MP3 player that maybe only sold about 1,000 units, probably, because this was. I mean, this is
Walkman.
Yeah, this is 2011. So at this point, the iPod has like firmly won the MP3 wars. Like, nobody was using a not iPod. Like, this is crazy. Also, the top comment: 9-year-old me during my Monster High phase loved this song.
Yes.
Assuming we're talking about Monster Energy drinks, yes. But
no, Monster High, like
Monster High, the show,
the dolls,
and like the
okay.
toy franchise.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Why you need girls in your life, Matty.
It would be both. Here's the thing. It would be both. It is both. Like this is a Monster Energy ass song, right? Like
it is. Yeah,
it's very Monster energy. Let's see if there's any other. That's one of the top comments. This is the most British music video ever. I swear every British pop singer has had a music video like this. Little Mix Wings, this, Cheryl Cole, Fight for This Love. Need I Go On?
Cry laughing emoji.
Remember when swag was an actual term that was trendy? 2019 can't relate.
Oh my darling, oh my darling. Oh, my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever. Dreadful sorrow, Clementine. In a cavern, in a canyon, excavating for a mine, dwelt a mine of 49ers.
All right, we had a little bit of a technical delay, but we are back.
I sent you a gift, Matty, since we're talking about female British pop singers.
Oh God! All right. Well, by the sound of that, we're back, folks, and we got another British pop star. Let's we got Jessie J. I just felt like my heart sink inside my chest, like.
I hate this country.
Oh, God.
You know what? That was beautiful. I'd fall on the sword for her.
Okay, here's my proposition. If you supported Jeremy Corbyn, congratulations. We can quarantine you off the island. We can get you to safety. We'll get everybody on some boats and we'll drift over. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know if America is the best place to take you, but you know what? We'll take you for the time being. And then everybody that's left that was a non-Jeremy Corbyn supporter. So we're talking your Zionist Labor Party people. We're talking your conservatives. We're just gonna drop a
slip
fucking
of the tongue there, Matty.
What? Did I say cunts?
Yes. yes, you did.
Look, I mean, hey, my brain was telling again. I was gonna say conservatives, but you know what? I more like conservatives. More like it. And we're dropping a nuke on Turf Island. It's all going away.
Jessie J is so cool. Remember when she said her bisexuality was a phase? That was awesome.
Oh hell yeah!
Support a queen.
Look, gender sexuality is fluid. I don't know. But yeah, Cher, Lloyd, Swagger, Jagger. And that brings us. Well, actually, I will say before we get to our last song, we got some videos here that Violet posted earlier that I think we should we should try to get to before we go. We have Harlem Shake British edition. We got two lads sitting on a sofa with a monstrously like a skin pink painted wall.
Unfortunate ears on both these gentlemen.
Yeah, these are some big ass ears. We have like on the left you have like British Chris Colfer, the Kurt from Glee, kind of. There we go. That was
There was nothing there.
That was
like
nothing.
the tamest Harlem Shake I've ever seen.
Well, you can only do so much with two people.
And by the way, the channel is the Harlem Shakers. Is this
that caught my eye?
It's like the Harlem Shakers.
Video is 12 years old, 662 views.
This next one is better. I checked this one.
Okay, we have Johnny the British Goth, the Harlem Shake. We have he and his two goth friends on the couch.
Look at those high tops.
Yeah, with his hot tops, they're playing Mario Brothers. Oh, we got a tail. We got
the tail.
Invader Zim hoodie.
Let's go, furries.
Yeah. Oh, now we're dancing on the beach with the rocks.
That's a goddamn quarry.
We got a gorilla. We got gorilla mask on, I think.
Damn it! Music stopped.
I wonder where they are now. They seem like good folks.
Yeah. Let's see. This is from Cody Corpse. Let's see.
Hey everyone. So it's been a really long time. God damn.
Is he actually British? Doesn't sound like he's British. Okay, has not posted in 9 years. So who knows where Cody Corpse Zachary Saint is? And I don't want to listen to that again. Except we're going to listen to it again because we have the British Airways Harlem Shake.
I'm so sorry I sent all of these.
This was clearly filmed on board a plane in flight.
Listen to the audio. You can't even hear the fucking song.
He just fucking like
is
the
this
air
in the
conditioning.
bathroom?
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah.
No transition. The other person is completely off camera.
This is just one guy dancing alone in an airplane bathroom.
Yep.
They've all been there.
There we go. That's over. That's it. It's done and over.
A powerful depiction of loneliness. Oh,
right.
Classic
video. Right. I had to represent.
Mia Goth.
Paradise punch lemonade. It is fucking minging. Suck your dad.
I think I understood about half the things you just said in that video.
Just start this calypso. It is fucking minging. Paradise punch lemonade.
This sounds like if you.
Minging.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is crazy British.
The perfectly timed crash of the bottle breaking on the ground.
Thanks for the comment pointing out that it's basically Kuno from Disco Elysium. You'll have to see it.
All right, we have the British Army soldiers flash mob Gangnam Style. We have all the British Army soldiers doing Gangnam Style. Modern imperialism is awesome. This is what our soldiers do. That's
they
great.
couldn't even all do it. Come on, you fucking cowards.
Half-assed. But here's the real. Here's the video I've been wanting to get to.
British culture here.
Yes.
I'm scared. What is this?
We have Bunty, Buckethead, Binface, and Boris Johnson.
It's like tradition in the UK, right? That like on election day, everybody who's running in a particular candidacy gets to all stand next to each other for a press conference when they announce the results.
Yes.
So this leads to
Buckethead.
This leads to some very funny situations.
All right, the guy's wearing a trash can on his head.
Hughes, David, Stephen.
But I'm assuming that's Bunty in the black little whatever that is.
Oh,
and of course
I do need to talk about the official Monster Raving Loony Party.
Burke,
This was started by another one of my personal interests. Screaming Lord Sutch was a musician who was kind of like the British Bobby Boris Pickett. He had a hit called Jack the Ripper. He had a bunch of songs that were basically old school spooky tracks, not unlike the Monster Mash. And one day he just decided he was going to start running for parliament under the dumbest parties he could think of, including the Stark Mad Raving Party, I believe it was called. And it exists to this day. I believe Count Benface is representing them now. It's just they need to bomb the island. I think I'm in agreement with Matty about this. But this is the one thing that's cool.
If Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson wasn't quite so rich and aristocratic, he'd be totally working class.
What is this?
22. Johnson, Alexander Boris de Pfeffel, commonly known as Boris Johnson, the Conservative Party candidate. 25,000.
Everyone's fucking booing him.
Thank you, Miss Acting Returning Officers. I thank my fellow candidates.
Almost getting out his costume, dude.
Yep.
Buckethead.
He's like, fucking about, I'm so fucking hot wearing this.
And others, forgive me if I don't identify them all.
Thanks, Prime Minister.
Christ, the Brits are incredible. Well, let's get to our last song. So, of course, this is a full circle moment. A familiar face, and this is kind of a full circle moment for the Indieheads podcast because, for me, of course, when we talk about the current era of the Indieheads podcast, this begins with the butt rock number ones, and of course, the conceit of the first episode was, okay, let's look at all the alternative number ones, or at least most of them, from the beginning of the 2000s until 9/11 happens. And would you like to know what song was number one on the UK charts after 9/11 happened? Folks, it is Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder with Mambo No. 5.
Yeah, baby.
I was not expecting an intro.
This was the number one song in the UK when 9/11 happened. Or after 9/11 happened, because this went number one on September 15th of 2001. And how ironic that Bob the Builder was number one in the UK when the towers were the opposite of being built. They were
Not
being
even
destroyed.
Bob could fix it.
Not even Bob could fix it. Well, here's the thing. Bob could fix it, but fix it in a different sense, you know?
No, I don't get
Are you implying that Bob the Builder did 9/11?
Just throwing it out there, you know? Throwing it out there.
Just asking questions.
Just asking questions. It's a non-zero chance. He would know a lot about building codes. He knows a lot about building, and I think in order to know how to build, you also have to know a lot about how to destroy. You know, you get a plan of those charges. We don't know. We and here's the thing too. Construction is a huge front for organized crime. Okay. Famously, a lot of do-nothing jobs are construction jobs, and just putting it out there. There's the dots. There are dots that can be connected. Okay, Bob the Builder and the Saudi Arabian government and Al Qaeda all. I don't want to get fired from my job, so I'm going to
connect the dots, Matty.
Bob the Builder, Al Qaeda, Saudi Arabia. Put those dots together. I don't know. Just something to stew on, you know.
This is the worst episode we've ever done. I feel like I say that all the time.
It's been a fun episode. I don't know.
I'm completely devastated by the fact that this is what the British public is putting on their airwaves. No wonder the entire country is like infected with J.K. Rowling mold. I just...
They've been eating that moldy old dough.
Jesus Christ. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm so happy I live in America now.
I gave him a second number one. I'm still stuck on this. You were really fucking with Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder has more number ones than Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, that did some psychic damage. It's just, again, Mambo No. 5. This is originally a song about just doing an unforetold amount of cheating on your girlfriend, just like insane levels of cheating on your girlfriend, and it is now a wholesome children's song, right? And it's not even the first time this was turned into like a wholesome children's song, because Blue made it into a Disney version.
The salt in the wound of this episode is every time I kind of look over on my screen, will.i.am and Aneka are looking back at me.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, Matty, this has been a horrific experience for me.
Look, well, it's time. It's time that I do what you do unto me. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's karma coming back to you. Okay, as karma will surely come back to me. Very shortly with our next run of episodes, probably. So, next week, let me see. Next week, okay, next week I think we're still gonna do Down Under New Wave Deathmatch, and then we'll have a bonus episode because I think we're just gonna move the bonuses around a little bit due to the lack of usual podcast activity. So next week, Down Under New Wave Deathmatch, and then we'll have a bonus episode after that. And then, oh boy, I think that means then, coming up very, very soon, not next episode, but in 3 weeks from now, it will be 420. And
oh no,
we're gonna introduce you all. We're gonna introduce
time.
You all to a guy named Muck Sticky, a guy that even I don't really know. I've just been a passive observer. I've just seen the name Muck Sticky, maybe have seen a clip or two of him. I think the only time I watched a clip of Muck Sticky was Max being in his live stream asking for a shout out for me, and he did it. So Muck Sticky knows who I am, but I don't know who he is. So we are going to learn about Muck Sticky very soon.
Yeah, this is going to be the best episode ever. I'm so excited for Muck Sticky. Our old friend,
Muck Sticky. But that will do it for this episode. Jenna and Marcy, thank you so much for guesting on this episode. Is there anything either of you two would like to plug before we head out?
So last time I was on the show, I mentioned that there was a sort of charity project for trans rights in the works that I was involved with. That was just announced today in time for Trans Day of Visibility. It is a pack of crossword puzzles entirely made, edited, test solved, proofread, etc. by trans folks.
Hell yeah.
If you go to my Blue Sky account, just jennalafleur.bsky.social, you'll see a link to it. I would read off the link, but it's long. So just go to my Blue Sky account and you'll see the link there.
Yes. And Marcy, anything that you would like to plug?
You can I guess you can follow my Blue Sky Marcy Anime. It's Marcy Anime with a .me at the end there because I bought that domain. I'm so cool. You can spot me around on there and on Twitter if you're still using that. I still am for fun. There's a good times on there. No, it's not. It's actually pretty bad on there.
No,
no, but it's the muscle memory, and also I have my algorithm tuned up where I just have a ton of content about the Pit, which by the way, that's what I want to plug. Go watch the Pit on Max. It's a Max original. The Pit, the best show on TV right now. Dr. Robbie.
Show notably set in Pittsburgh, but not filmed here. Gotta love it.
Although it is an LA production, and this is a time where there's not a lot of productions happening in LA. So I do think that's it's like, hey, would have been nice if it was on / in location. But again, LA could use more productions right now after COVID strikes really devastated the industry. So I'm a-okay with this non-location filming in this instance. Although if you are a Pittsburghian, I absolutely understand.
Exactly.
But
I have a plug.
Oh, what you got?
Hey, my New York friends that listen to this podcast.
Ooh, yes.
Do you have anything that you would like to do at any point in the coming days? If not, I have a certain recommendation for you. A friend of the pod, DG, is doing X's the Musical at NYC Fringe.
Let's go.
You should go see her. We love DG, obviously, and we will have surprising updates in the coming months when it comes to the Deej.
There we go.
I mean,
right.
let's. I mean, they know she's coming on the pod at some time.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're hoping to have her on the pod at some point in the next month or so. So stay tuned for that, listeners. A little extra episode on top of what else we got for you. So again, we got after this little hiccup here, we got some more stuff planned for y'all very, very soon. So we will see you all. Actually, I think by the time this episode goes up, we'll be back to our normal schedule. So this will probably come out on Wednesday on the Patreon, and then we'll be up on regular feeds on Friday, and then you'll get a new episode just a couple days later on the Tuesday and the Sunday. So hey, lots of good stuff on the horizon. So we will see you all very, very soon. And bye-bye.
This makes me proud to be British. 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 This makes me proud.
Slowdown zone creeping in now. We're starting to get to the end of the show. Big up everyone that locked in. Obviously, man, appreciates it every time. You get me? Because, like I say, without you, there's no me. It's like a unified thing, you know.